Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. There are so many investigations swirling around Donald Trump right now that R. Kelly is like, I'm glad I'm not that guy. And the majority of Americans think he is guilty of something. This is true. According to a poll that came out yesterday, 64% of Americans thought Trump had committed crimes before he became president, including 33% of Republicans. And yet, his approval rating with Republicans is 82%. Police! Police! He just stole my wallet. Stop that man. I want to vote for him. But... Chin stroker. But unlike his cheeseburgers, Trump is not taking these investigations lying down. Sleeps. According to one of his biographers, in high school, Trump learned one thing above all else: life is about survival. It's always about survival. Really? Then how do you explain this picture? That is a cry for help. Now, Trump is fighting back. He is stonewalling the congressional investigation into first son-in-law and man trying to communicate to his wife that he's ready to leave the party, Jared Kushner. You see, here's the deal. Jared Kushner's security clearance was repeatedly opposed by the intelligence agencies. One of the reasons is that he left so many foreign contacts and financial interests off his ethics disclosure paperwork that he had to update it at least 40 times. But you know what they say? If at first you don't succeed, remind them that you're married to the president's daughter. So Jared got it anyway after Trump ordered officials to give Jared Kushner a security clearance. One of the few Trump orders that did not end with, and a side of fries. So, thank you. So the House Oversight Committee, the Democrats said, hey, how come you did this decision? But yesterday, the White House told Democrats they won't hand over the Kushner security documents. So now they have no choice but to get them from Russia. And we know this is how it went down, Trump ordering it, because then Chief of Staff John Kelly wrote a contemporaneous internal memo about how he had been ordered to give Mr. Kushner the top security clearance. It's all going to be in his White House tell-all. And Jared's not the only one who got a security clearance out of the discount bin. So did first daughter and woman watching another brunch party get seated even though they just got here. Ivanka Trump. Wow. She got a top secret security clearance. All Barack Obama's daughters got was a puppy. But it makes sense because Ivanka needs classified intel on China's human rights abuses to see if it is possible to pay her workers any less. Trump... Some of Ivanka's workers are here tonight, evidently. Tighten up on those seams. Tighten up on those seams, girls. Trump made his staff push for Ivanka's clearance instead of him pushing for it to avoid the appearance of nepotism. That's a good idea. Here's another way. Don't hire your children. And this morning, Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen, returned to Capitol Hill for private testimony to the House Intelligence Panel. One thing that might have come up were the checks that Trump wrote to reimburse Cohen for paying off porn star Stormy Daniels. It's an accounting method known in the payroll industry as a crime. Technically. Well, the New York Times got their hands on a bunch of those checks, and the dates are revealing. It turns out Trump would be doing president stuff. Then in the middle of doing all the president stuff, he'd step over here and he would cut a check to Cohen, which the Time describes as the parallel lives Trump was living. And I totally believe the man would live parallel lives. He lies so much. Okay, we're eventually going to find out about his secret family he has stashed in the attic of Trump Tower. And if you don't like Eric and Don Jr., wait till you meet Derek and Ron Jr. That is really frightening.
Oh.
That is disturbing.
That is pretty wild.
Here's an example of Trump's double life. One check from early 2017 was signed the same day Trump pulled aside James Comey and suggested letting Flynn go. Listen, James, let this one go. Just be patient. I swear I got much better crimes coming up. By the way, the exact date of that check was February 14th, Valentine's Day. Isn't that sweet? That's kind of nice, you know? Honey, I love you so much that I just cut a check so you never find out how much I get love. You get the idea. You get the idea. Just,
Yeah, you know how it go, man.
so you'll never find out how much I love getting spanked by somebody else. There's and it's a dramatic reenactment. And then there was another actual check on November 21st, 2017, the day when Trump pardoned a turkey. And you can tell that Stormy Daniels was on his mind that day because if you watch, he sure seemed to be reliving some of his best moments with her.
You're allowed to touch it? Wow. I feel so good about myself, telling you.
Right after that, the turkey hired Michael Avenatti